What is up everyone, my name is Ken, also known as Wiltshire, and welcome to this video tutorial. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to connect and use your PlayStation 4 controller on your PC. Okay, so the very first step for this tutorial is you're going to need to go into the description below and download the driver package that is linked. Now the driver package contains all the files that you are going to need to follow this tutorial. Now you may also notice that I already have the driver package on my desktop and I've already extracted it. Now if you don't know how to extract a zip folder, I'm going to show you guys how to do so right now. To extract a zip folder, what you need to do is you need to right click on it and go to extract all. Now this will open up the Windows zip folder extractor, and this is built into all versions of Windows, so you don't need to download a third-party program such as WinZip or WinRAR. Just go ahead and click the extract button and it'll extract the files for you in a new file folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up that file folder. We're going to go into the SCP DS3 driver package file folder, and I've already extracted the SCP server, that is the program that we use to connect our PS4 controller. I've already extracted it. However, you will not see that. You will see 5 things instead of 6. Now, we want to install 4 things. The 4 things that we are going to install are the Xbox 360 controller drivers, the .NET Framework 4.0, DirectX 9 web setup, and the Microsoft Visual C++ 2010 setup. Now, if you're running Windows 8, you do not have to install the .NET Framework 4.0 version because it is already integrated into Windows 8. So you don't have to install that, but if you're running Windows 7, Vista, or XP, you do have to install that. Now, I'm not going to show you guys how to install everything because it'll take up way too much time, and it's pretty straightforward to install things on your computer. You just open it up, click Next, Agree, and it will install everything for you and do its job. So I'm going to skip right over to installing your PlayStation 4 controller and your Bluetooth dongle on your PC by using the SCP DS3 tool. So I'm going to open up the file folder here. We're going to open up the bin folder. And at this time, you want to plug in your PlayStation 4 controller and or your Bluetooth dongle. Now, a Bluetooth dongle is not required for this to work. You can use the controller perfectly fine through USB. However, if you want to use the controller wirelessly, you are going to need a Bluetooth dongle. So after that's said, we're going to go to the Zadig file folder. And we're going to open up Zadig and run it as administrator. You have to run Zadig as administrator. I know it's a little bit of a funny name, but this program works wonders for connecting your controllers. So once in Zadig, we're going to go to the device tab and load a preset device. Now the preset device configuration file we're after is the DualShock 4. So we're going to open that up. Now the next step we need to do is we need to go to the options tab at the top here and list all the devices. Now this will list all the devices that are connected to your computer. Now, the device name for the PlayStation 4 controller is called Wireless Controller. Why it's called that, I don't know. It should have been called PlayStation 4 Controller, but it's not. So go to the drop-down menu and select Wireless Controller, and go ahead and replace the driver. Now, it's going to warn us and ask us if we want to replace this driver, and we're going to say yes. Yes, we want to replace this driver. So there we go. It's installed the PlayStation 4 controller driver, and we're good to go for using our PlayStation 4 controller. Now, if you stick around for a little bit, I'm going to show you guys how to install the Bluetooth dongle driver. And if you don't have one, you can feel free to skip this step. So it's fairly similar to the PlayStation 4 dongle, or rather driver setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to device again, load preset, but this time we're going to select Bluetooth configuration file. Now, Zadig has a little bit of a glitch where it won't show the drop-down menu anymore, even though we have list all devices checked off. So we can fix this by unchecking it and then going back in and rechecking it off. For some reason, I don't know why, but it does that, but it can be easily remedied by doing that. So we're going to go to the drop-down menu and we're going to find our Bluetooth dongle. Mine is called Qualcomm Athros Bluetooth Dongle 3.0. This should work with built-in Bluetooth now. I've heard it works quite well with built-in Bluetooth. I'm using a Bluetooth dongle that is USB. It is the Asus BT211 dongle, and that's the one I recommend that you use. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the driver here. It's going to install the driver for us perfectly fine. There we go. We can exit Zadig because we are now finished with it. Now the program that we're going to open and install things with is SCPDriver. We're going to run that as administrator. I can't stress that enough. You always have to run everything in this tutorial as administrator. So once we're in the SCPDriver installer, what we need to do is we need to uncheck the Bluetooth driver because Zadig has installed a newer version of the Bluetooth driver and we don't want that to overwrite it with an older one. And we want to check off the configure service because that's what we're after. And if you're on Windows 7 or 8, leave force install unchecked. If you're on Windows Vista or XP, you are going to have to check that off like so. Now I'm running Windows 8, so I'm going to uncheck that. And all we're going to do is we're going to click the install button. And this will install the SCP DS3 service for us. And now we're good to go. So if you're using your controller via USB, you can perfectly use your controller now. I'm just going to open up the SCP monitor just to show you. So there you go. Our PlayStation 4 controller is connected via USB. However, there's just an extra step for us to do if we want to connect our PlayStation controller via Bluetooth. Now, what we need to do is we need to open up command prompt, and we are going to need to run command prompt as administrator. If you don't run it as administrator, you will get an access denied message, and you will not be able to continue pairing your controller with your Bluetooth dongle. Now, what we want to do is we want to stop the service that we just installed. Now, we can do this by typing in net space stop space quotations SCP space DS3 space service end quote and hit enter. Now we've stopped the SCP service, and now we can continue to pair our PS4 controller to our dongle. Now you can unplug your PS4 controller from the USB cord, and now what we're going to do is we're going to hold the share button and PS button for about 5 seconds, and this will put the controller into pairing mode. And it will flash a white light really fast in the back, and I don't recommend looking at that if you're epileptic. Now what we can do now is open up the DS4 pair tool, run that as administrator, and it will automatically start doing things. Now, once that's stopped, hit the start button in the bottom right hand corner, give it about 5 to 10 seconds, and make sure the install log has stopped showing things. And it looks like it's almost about done. There we go. It's now finished pairing our Bluetooth dongle with our controller. So now you can feel free to exit that. And now I'm going to go into the CSP monitor again. And now, as you can see, it says the host monitor, or host address rather, and pad are disconnected. That is because the CSP service is not started. Now we have to go back into command prompt and we have to start that again. Now it's fairly similar to the same code that we typed before, but we're going to type net space start space quote SCP space DS3 space service, and we're going to put the quotes on the end again and hit enter. And our Bluetooth dongle should be recognized. However, our PS4 controller is not, because I have not hit the PS button on my controller. I'm going to hit that now and give it about 3-5 seconds, and it should connect to your computer like so. And there you go. Your PlayStation 4 controller is perfectly connected to your computer via Bluetooth or USB, depending on which method you prefer. Now, in this version of SCP DS3, there has been a change where you can change the light bar brightness on the back of the controller. So say if you're sitting in a darkly lit room and the light bar on the back of the controller is bugging you. It's too bright. You don't want it on. You can go to the CSP monitor in the taskbar here, right-click it, go to Configuration, and all you have to do is take this slider bar where it says DS4 light bar brightness, slide it all the way down till it says disabled, click OK, and it's now disabled, it's now off, and there you go. So we are now done with command prompt. You can feel free to close everything else except for the CSP monitor, because I want to show you guys something else. Now, if you want to disconnect your controller, because the battery life on the PS4 controller is not as great as the DualShock 3 was, so you don't want to really leave it on. So you can disconnect your controller by holding the L1 and R1 buttons as well as the PS button at the same time. Make sure you hold it for about 5 seconds, and it will show reserved. That means it's now disconnected. And there you go. That is how you connect your PlayStation 4 controller to your Windows PC. I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial. I hope that you found it very useful. If you found it useful, don't forget to hit that like button. I would very much appreciate that. If you guys would like to see more tutorials like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would also appreciate that. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys, as always, in the next video. See you later.